The National Pension Commission, Pencom, is vested with the responsibility to regulate the management of pension funds. These functions include investing the fund on behalf of the Nigerian workers. The Commission also performs some statutory functions which have direct bearing on the well-being of workers. But all of this has been affected by the non-existence of a board, which was dissolved on April 13, 2017. The Commission has since then been under the stewardship of the Acting Director General, Aisha Dahiru Umar, to steer its affairs, though within the limited powers conferred on her by the Pensions Act. Investigation shows that though the law establishing Pencom gave it some level of freedom, which some similar government agencies do not have, the lack of a board is obviously not accelerating the activities of the Commission, as there are now no safety guarantees for the 7.9 trillion naira pension funds from Nigerian workers' savings. Many people fear this development may not augur well for the operations of the Commission and by extension the pensioners.
The law should be enforced, and I don't know why some group of lawyers in this country don't come together and sue the government and go to National Assembly. Why can't National Assembly make it a criminal offense for somebody to oversee such over a trillion naira fund without being fully consulted? That is the problem. Somebody must not just be talking, but go to the court and ask the court to stop this rubbish, that you cannot operate public fund without transparency and accountability.
The same way, this kind of lethargy, even if the National Assembly didn't confirm the previous nomination, you expect new nomination in order to ensure that there is continuity. And so the point here is, it raises doubt as to the legality of some intervention by the Pencom board.
Section 25, subsection 1 of the Pension Reform Act 2014 states, and I quote, "The Commission's board shall formulate and provide general policy guidelines for the discharge of functions of the Commission, monitor and ensure the implementation of the policy and programs, and shall carry out such other functions as are necessary or expedient to ensure the efficient performance of the functions of the Commission." End of quotes. Despite this enormous responsibility bestowed on the board, the Commission by both Pension Reform of 2004 and 2014 as amended, the federal government appears not ready to inaugurate a board for the agency. Before the dissolution of the board, Pencom had successfully invested over 600 billion naira in 2016, and that in fact was the last investment in the Commission. With the dissolution of the board, investment portfolio is beyond the powers of the Acting Director General, and this certainly will not augur well for the Commission.
It also throws back a challenge for pension managers who are under the jurisdiction of the regulator, whether those decisions, they should comply with them, whether they should acknowledge them as good decisions in terms of the legal deficit, and even whether they will seriously implement those decisions, considering that they would perhaps think that the Pencom is not as strong to take enforcement actions. So these legal doubts around the action of the pension regulator is not good for And so you can argue that the pension managers could be lax in managing complying with the regulations, directives of the pension administrator, because they know that there's some serious legal doubt on their competence because of composition. So it will obviously affect the way that the managers manage those funds.
The problem becomes that those people will lose their funds. So at the end of the day, we insist that the due diligence is done, the right thing is done, so that government will bring the right people to actually oversee the pension fund.
On May 22, 2017, the then acting president Yemi Oshibanjo named new board members for Pencom, and to date, the Senate is yet to confirm the nomination. While the public awaits the approval of these nominees, the fortunes of the multi-billion naira pension regulatory agency hangs in the balance. Chikodinaka, Easy, AIT News, Abuja.